Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa.
My question po is Senator Robin Padilla, I think earlier this month said something na natatapangan daw po siya masyado sa approach ni Pangulo sa pagdating po sa West Philippine Sea issue. So I think sinabi po niya yon during the trilateral meeting. So bilang fellow lawmakers, do you share his sentiment? Masyado nga po bang matapang or tama lang po given the situation?
Well, I would like to say, hindi naman matapang no, si President Bongbong Marcos. I think what's happening now, or what happened, is output or a product of his effectiveness in foreign policy and diplomacy with our friends, and allies. So it's only natural that when you have a very progressive leader such as President Bongbong Marcos, our allies will come to our aid. And I think what happened in the West Philippine Sea, the joint exercise with the Philippine government, the United States of America, and Japan, is just a show of solidarity. So it's not really matapang ang stand namin. When it comes to President Bongbong Marcos, he made it very clear to the world that we have friends.
Well, I think what is important than reality is truth, diba? So the truth of the matter is, when it comes to the issue of West Philippine Sea, it has already been decided by the UNCLOS Arbitral Tribunal, and we've seen for the past several years the bullying tactic of China in terms of asserting their rights over our within the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines. So ang pagbubuli po niyan, the answer to that, pag kayo ay binubuli, hindi po pagtiklop, pagtindig. I think the President also exert that, being the Chief Commander-in-Chief, as well as the foreign architect of our country. He has asserted that right, and we have to support that. And not only do we need to support that stand of the President, Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., we don't only share that among ourselves, but it is also being viewed by the international community, the importance of the Philippines in the issue of Indo-Pacific region. So I guess, being the architect of our foreign policy, kailangan din ho niya na ma-restress yung right natin over this, our claim over our exclusive economic zone, and as well as to make the Philippines relevant in the world over. How Philippines can be a partner and can be an ally when it comes to maintaining stability within the Indo-Pacific region. And Japan and the United States have been very consistent in trying to form a more friendly, harmonious, and peaceful Indo-Pacific region. And they see Philippines as a vital ally and an important one in terms of maintaining that. So we don't share that all in here within the country. It's also being viewed, the Philippines is also being viewed as an important ally in the international community.
Well, yung pagiging matapang naman, I think, is very subjective, right? Anyone can say may gagawin kang isang aspeto, may sasabihin kang isang aspeto. One can see it na matapang, one can see it na pinaglalaban kung ano yung mahal mo, di ba? Huhugot tayo dito ngayon, di ba? Parang lang yan pag-ibig, di ba? Kung may mahal kang bagay, mahal natin ng Pilipinas, mahal ng Presidente ang Pilipinas. You have to protect what you love, what you own. At kung may nang bubuli sa'yo, sabi nga ng colleagues natin, di ba? May mga aagaw, syempre, lalo ng mga babae dito, alam nyo, lalabas yung katapangan nyo, di ba? But you fight for what is yours, and that's what the President is doing. Pinaglalaban niya sa atin, at pinapakita niya kung gaano niya kamahal ang Pilipinas. And so, kung ang stance po ng Honorable Senator ay matapang, that's his own opinion. Personally, I think tama na paglaban dapat ang sa atin, ang mahal nating Pilipinas. Yun.
Anybody else po?
Well, I guess we would have to reciprocate po, no? Not reciprocate, we have to echo the sentiments here. I think Comics is correct. It's very subjective. But as of this point, I don't think the President is doing anything outside of the scope that we have already been doing. As Kong Zia said, this has always been our narrative. This has always been our truth. The West Philippine Sea is ours, and we will do everything that we can to protect it, and that goes the same for the President. So I think we've always been saying this. We've been very consistent on this stand, and the fact of the matter that we are now being engaged by partners such as Japan and the US, I believe that was the context that the good senator made those remarks. I don't think that is contrary to our stand. In fact, I believe it echoes, it makes it stronger. So kung natatapangan po tayo, I don't think so. I would have to disagree with that. I think it is just right for us to seek out all partners that we have to protect what is ours. So, but on a personal note, no, I agree 100% with this direction. It does not mean that because we are seeking partnerships abroad that we are doubling down or we're making it more aggressive. Of course, the stance of the Philippines has always been against any altercation, but we have to protect what is ours. You know,
I guess just to, add a little bit. It is true that the matter of at least perceiving what is said to be matapang is subjective, but I think we also have to consider what are the points, what are, historically speaking, what necessitated the actions that our president, our good president, is also going through today, and also in the following weeks. No? And one thing that we all agree on is really this is a necessity because of what we're trying to protect and what our president is also trying to protect, which is our country, our countrymen, and everything that we hold dear in life. So to say that it is matapang may also mean, at least in a good thing, depending on how you look at it, may also mean that at least the president, along with everybody here, is strengthening and steeling their resolve to try to protect what we hold dear. So again, everybody is echoing, resonating the same message, really. It's for the love of our country. And we hope that, through these efforts, we remember that it is also stressed that we would like to be friends of all and enemies of none. And by that, we're also trying to establish that the message that we're trying to put here is that we are gathering allies for more friends, and hopefully that it doesn't come to any point in time where a conflict is would arise from this. So that's all. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
I'd just
Yes.
like to add a very short note in relation to what Kong Chino said. The President's constant messaging to the people when it comes to the issue of West Philippine Sea, particularly on the issue of West Philippine Sea, and perhaps his message to the world over, that the Philippines is a friend to all and enemy to none. Parati ko natin naririnig yan. But the President also is conscious about his duty and his mandate as the head of state, head of government, and the commander-in-chief. Hindi naman po pwede, kasi what the China has been doing for the past several years, hindi naman po pwede na maging defeatist yung ating attitude. And that goes to many of us, not only to the President, but it speaks of how Filipinos should value our own. So hindi po pwede, kasi that's what I guess that China has been employing for the past several years because they're known to be a superpower. Tapos, yung bullying strategy nila, yung tactic nila, they're hoping that the Philippines perhaps would assume a defeatist attitude. What's worse is some of us in the sector of our society are apologetic. So, hindi po pwede yun. I think, this is my personal opinion on this. I think the worst for a Filipino, for a citizen, the worst thing that we can do as a citizen of this country, if we truly love our country, is to support the narrative of those who also claim what is ours, what is dutifully ours. So yun lang po yung aking personal take, and we fully support the President on this. Hindi tayo dapat maging defeatist ang ating attitude when it comes to asserting our rights over the West Philippine Sea.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog,